Am I in the middle? I don't even bloody know. Hello there, guys, and welcome back to my channel for the review, for my live review of Chelsea 2, Burnley 2. And of fucking course we bottled it. Of fucking course we bottled it. I'm fuming. This time, unlike basically all the other live streams that I do, I'll say at the start, please do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. You know, that'd be massively appreciated. And everyone that is watching, please do drop a like on the video. But getting into it, I mean, Spurs lost to City. Okay, we could kind of expect that result. Although, I mean, they kicked them off the Champions League, so fair play. United were battered 4-0 by Everton yesterday. And then Arsenal lost 3-2 at home to Crystal Palace. If we won today, we would have gone third, for the time being anyway. Of course, the other teams all have basically their catch-up games in midweek, the games that they have in hand over us in midweek. But, those games aren't particularly easy. Like, United play City, which you would expect City to win, especially with United's current form. Arsenal go to Wolves. So, away at Wolves is a really, really tricky game for every team, especially the top 6 teams. No one has done well there. So, we basically could have done a huge step towards top 4 today. And what do? We bottle it. We absolutely bottle it. And, don't get me wrong, the referee bottled it as well. And, I don't care about people saying, oh, we should have, buried him in the first half and we should have done our job. Yes, we should have done it. We should have done our job a lot better. But the referee should also have done his bloody job, shouldn't he now? Like, isn't that what everyone is around to do on a football pitch? Burnley are meant to do their job. They did. We're meant to do our job. We kind of did, but not good enough. And then a referee kind of did, I guess, but not good enough either. Like, all 3 parties are meant to do their job, not just us, not just Burnley, not just the ref, all 3 of them. Like, I'm not buying this excuse that we should have buried them. Well, that's what rules are for in the game. That's what the referee is for. He's not, there to be like, all right, you should just play so well that even if the ref bottles it, even then you should batter everyone. That's not how it works, is it? I mean, the game started off great, actually. We started off really well, played really well, had a couple of chances, but then out of bloody nowhere, Burnley just make it 1-0 with a screamer of a goal by Hendrick. Forgot his first name. Is it Jimmy? Something like that. Maybe I'm just thinking of the musician. But anyway, ridiculous. Like, we have a corner. Their first anything close to attack, basically a cross. David Luiz in the air with either Ashley Barnes or Wood, whichever one of the 2 it was. They all look the same. And, they get a corner. We clear it out, but they clear it basically just right outside the box. No one closes that area down. Falls to Hendrick, and he just smacks it on the volley. Actually, properly shins it, but properly shins it into the bottom right corner. Nothing Kepa can do about it. And why is it that everyone scores screamers against us? Like, if he tried that 100 more times, or say at 99 more times, he would not score it. I guarantee that he would not score that in another 99 efforts. Guarantee it. And everyone just seems to score those screams against us. It just pisses me off. Yes, I'm triggered. All right, if you're the fan of an opponent's team, I don't care. Mug me off. I don't care. I'm pissed off. I mugged you off yesterday, probably. Although not as much because I was kind of expecting what happened today. I'm just pissed off. And then we actually show like a great response, an unbelievable response. It only took us a few minutes for us to equalise with a beautiful goal. And it wasn't N'Golo Kanté. I mean, one of the most unlikeliest of scorers. But a great goal. Ruben Loftus-Cheek carried the ball across the pitch, shielding the ball really well, just showing his unbelievable strength. Then Hazard with just mind-boggling work in the box. Like, the defender had no idea where Hazard was turning. Turned him left, right, left, right, left, right. He had no idea. It was easy all over the shop. And then he played it, across into the box to an on-storming N'Golo Kanté, who finished with his weaker left foot right into the middle of the goal, basically. Well, kind of towards the roof of the goal, I guess. But still. And then only another few minutes later, Gonzalo Higuain with one of the best strikes on the turn you'll ever see. Like, that was a ridiculous goal. Ridiculous. Like, within a few minutes, we go from 1-0 down to like, oh shit, we're bottling it. We're bottling it. 2-1 up. Everyone celebrating. Everyone loving life. Playing really well. Playing good football. Scoring 2 goals in quick succession. Like, what a goal by Higuain there was. Jorginho played 2. Higuain kind of turned around himself. Then the ball just kind of fell to Aspie, who was kind of in the way. Then Aspie kind of backheeled it back to Higuain. And then on the turn, like from a really tight angle out wide on the right, he just smashed it against the bottom side of the bar and right into the net. Unbelievable strike. Unbelievable, honestly. Unbelievable. And then, that's that. And not long after, we concede the 2-0 from the second, basically, attack Burnley had all game. But the annoying thing about this whole situation is that it came from a free kick that apparently David Luiz gave away when it was never, ever a foul. And, you know, you can say if a ref has a day where he basically gives a foul for all of those situations, fair enough. You know, then I don't like it, but then I have to deal with it. But especially in the second half, but also in the first half, but especially in the second half, there were so many barges into the back, so many elbows everywhere, like shoving everyone around left, right, and centre, but from both sides, not just Burnley shoving Chelsea around. You know, Christensen and Luiz, you know, they had to help themselves anyway because, you know, they were outmuscled completely by Ashley Barnes and Wood all night long. You know, we're really missing Antonio Rudiger tonight in that sense. And Luiz basically does nothing. He goes for the header. They're both walking at the kind of jogging, running, whatever, at the same pace, trying to judge the ball. Then the guy in front of him just stops and kind of just turns into Luiz and then just falls over. And he gives the foul. All right, let's not even debate how horribly badly we defended that free kick. Like they played it out to the very far left, headed it across into the centre. Someone got a nudge to it to extend it further to Ashley Barnes, pretty much towards the right edge of our box, and he was then completely unmarked and slotted it in from just the edge of the 6-yard box. Jorginho was kind of with Ashley Barnes, lost him, was ball watching, but not just Jorginho. Everyone in that box was ball watching. They were all just like, shit. Like that's what a lot of them were doing. It's ridiculous. Like it's ridiculous. And then, well, I mean, Loftus-Cheek had one that he cut just over. Higuain had one that he just blasted. Higuain was really good today. Fair play to him. He had one that, you know, he took really well second half from a Pedro pass inside the box and got it on target well, but I think the defender got just a bit on it to take a bit of pace on it and to take a bit of direction on it to make it a pretty straightforward save for Tom Heaton or whatever his first name is, Heaton in goal anyway. But other than that, second half, like I tweeted it myself. It's like as well as Higuain had done up until then, I felt like maybe it's time for Giroud now. But as soon as Giroud came on, it was even worse. Not because of Giroud, but as long like the longer the second half went on, Burnley just said deeper and deeper and deeper. And literally for the last 20 minutes, they were inside their own box with what, 9 players on average? 9 players on average in their box. But I do want to excuse me. I do want to criticize one thing. I know Maurizio Sarri is the way he is, and I know that he loves this 4-3-3 formation. And only at times when we're really chasing a game, can I speak? No, he's changed to a 4-2-3-1 formation. But the way the game was, the way the league situation is, he shouldn't have taken Higuain off for Giroud. He should have brought Giroud on, you know, alongside Higuain. Even take off a centre back, like take off Christensen, play Aspie as, you know, basically, well, kind of the wide but deep centre back, and don't let him drop in that deep because the wingers can stay out wide way more when we have two strikers. So, you know, you can kind of, you don't really have that issue anymore of the fullback having to provide the width to that extent. That would have been a good option in my opinion, because at the end, because Burnley just crowded the middle so much, all that we could do was cross the ball. And then Giroud was in there by himself. Hudson-Odoi, not Hudson-Odoi, sorry, Loftus-Cheek, you know, did get in there quite a few times, almost got on the end of a couple, but not enough in my opinion. But if you had another striker there, it just makes it more difficult for the defenders to mark a striker, to like get the ball away. Yes, of course, they try to, you know, defend the cross by looking at the ball, but still they have to be wary of where the attacker is. And that I think Sarri did wrong. He was never going to do what I was hoping for him to do, but in my opinion, that would have possibly given us a better chance. Maybe not. Maybe we would have even lost 3-2 because we were more vulnerable on the counter-attack. Because maybe if we did make the substitution, Burnley wouldn't have been as defensive and would have tried to hit us on the counter more, because they didn't at all. They were completely happy with that 2-2 draw. Basically, because that 1 point gave them 40 points, and then I think it's only via goal difference that they could theoretically still be relegated. So pretty much they're, you know, guaranteed safety now. But like they did nothing. But at the end of the day, with how the league situation is, yes, we are 4th right now, 1 point ahead of Arsenal. And of course, they play Wolves in midweek and they could lose that. And then we are there 1 point ahead of Arsenal. But still, we play Man United on Sunday. That's at Old Trafford. That's everything but a guaranteed win. I mean, we can't even beat Burnley at home. Of course, different game, but still. And, you know, whether we lose or win, lose or draw, really would have made that much of a difference. Like, of course, in the end, 1 point can make a difference. But chances are those 2 points that we didn't get today, those are what's going to make the difference, you know, at the end of the season, probably, or possibly anyway. Like, just risk losing for that win. That's the way the league situation was. And yes, Sarri would have been slated to death had he brought on Giroud for a defender, and then we lost 3-2. Yes, he would have been slated to death. And like people on like fan cams or whatever probably would have asked for him to get sacked. I mean, they're probably asking for that anyway. But you just have to take that risk, mate. Like, he just had to take that risk, in my opinion. It was ridiculous. And then, you know, we're really unfortunate with injuries today as well. Callum Hudson-Odoi picked up an injury in the first half. looked like the calf, maybe the knee, basically had a really bad touch and then tried to step forward to get after it without losing it. And then he just hurt himself really badly, limped off. Pedro obviously came on to replace him after like roughly half an hour. That was. Then Loftus-Cheek looked like he had a bit of an issue. Not his back, I don't think, but you know, he looked fine second half, I guess. But right when Hudson-Odoi came off, Ruben looked a little bit dodgy as well. And then at half time, N'Golo Kanté didn't come back out, apparently with the back problem. Probably more of a precautionary thing because otherwise he wouldn't have just stayed in at half time. So hopefully he'll be fit in time to play Man United because we bloody need him. Everyone always says, oh, we need him to defend and this and that. And, you know, we're so bad at defending and he needs to play there instead of Jorginho. Well, if you saw the second half, obviously also because Burnley set deeper, but also our forward movement just wasn't anywhere near as good. I mean, Kovacic loves the ball. He dribbles with it really well. But the guy takes about 5 years to actually pass the ball, same as Pedro. Not that Hudson-Odoi was any good. Like, he was just as bad as he was. I can't even remember what our last game was, in all honesty. Was it Liverpool? Was Liverpool our last game in the league? Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah. And also against West Ham, but especially second half, Hudson-Odoi was particularly great. And he really was great today. Like, he was, again, just not really involved. And when he was, kind of just passed it backwards because couldn't really do anything. Yes, he could play on the left more, could do better there, but obviously he's not going to replace Hazard. But anyway, it doesn't really matter now. You know, let's just hope he's not out for too long because he needs to get into him. I'm happy that he started 4 Premier League games in a row. Same for Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Kanté, we just need him back. And I just can't be asked anymore. Like, every single time we get an opportunity like this, like all our 3 competitors for those 2 top 4 spots, all of them lost. Spurs, Arsenal and United. And then we can't go and beat Burnley. Like, are you serious? And yes, they're absolute shit houses. Like Ashley Barnes with an Austrian grandmother, you're a twat. You're an absolute twat. You were a twat when you tried to break Nemanja Matic's leg back in 2014, 15 or whatever that season was. I'm pretty sure that was it. Tried to break his fucking leg. Well, thankfully it didn't work. But bloody tried his fucking hardest. And like, the guy's always giving it like large and always being like, oh, I'm Mr. Big Man and Mr. like, you know, hardest nails and whatnot. Then he lies around on the ground crying for 2.5 fucking hours. Like, okay, I understand it. If we were in their position as the club they are chasing for, just, you know, hoping for to avoid relegation, probably be doing the exact same thing. And we probably weren't all that different in Barcelona when we were still, you know, holding on to the 0-0 at the start, or in Munich to an extent at least, and plenty of other games. Yes, I know that. But it still pisses me off today about Burnley. And Kevin Friend, I mean, he booked their goalkeeper after half an hour for time wasting, but didn't book a single other player for time wasting for the entire rest of the game. They were time wasting already after half an hour at 2-0. What is this? And my phone keeps ringing. I do apologize. Not sure if you can even hear it if the microphone picks up. It pisses me off. Like, the ref is a twat. They're all twats, and I'm just pissed off. And I'm sorry for swearing. It just costs me money, really. The swearing, it's just fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. Just pissed off. Like, I can't be asked. And no, Andrea Stam, fuck off with Sarri. Just like, fuck off. We did the exact same thing last season. We had so many moments that like, oh, Liverpool dropped points. And that team dropped points. You know? Everyone dropped points. And then what we did last season, the exact same thing. Every time we could have capitalised, we bottled it. Last season as well. Just like this season. And this whole fucking debate of, oh, second half, we concede all these goals. Exact same thing we did last season as well. You know, it's not just Sarri. I'm not saying Sarri is that much better than Conte. Everything completely different. But obviously not, you know, necessarily that much better. Otherwise, it would be in a better situation, I guess. But obviously, it takes longer. And Liberia guy, we definitely didn't lose. We drew. But it's basically like a defeat. Completely agree. No, it's like, fuck off with Sarri out. It's like, what the fuck's that going to do? Yes, okay, we bring off a second striker. Great. I mean, Sarri can't control the players are ball watching when the free kick is played in. It's just impossible. We've done ball watching on a Mourinho, done ball watching on a Conte, we've done ball watching in 2012 on a VS Powers and the Di Matteo. We do it all the bloody time. All the bloody time is what we're doing is ball watching. Someone always does it. Pretty much whenever we concede, you know, from set pieces, it's someone ball watching, you know. Ridiculous. And you know, the second one, the first goal, sorry, I'm not going to criticize people too much. Yes, they could have closed that area down a lot better, but it's a screamer. It's a 1 in 100 goal, you know. Fair play. But yeah, you know, I'm just pissed off. I'm absolutely furious. I'll say again, at the start, you know, I don't know how many people are watching. 195. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Drop a like on this video. You know, on this live stream, please, I'd massively appreciate that. We're 94 people here, so why not just drop a like? It's only 33 likes. Come on, people, drop a like. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna reply to a few things that you're saying in the chat now. I'm just pissed off. Like, it's just today is hard. Today is hard. After those results on the weekend, we should have just taken this. We would be third right now. Yes, Spurs and them lot would have a game in hand over us, but still, we would be third right now. We're 5 points out of United. Now it's 3. We're 3 points out of Arsenal, and yes, they had a better goal difference, but what are you saying, Chubbs? Sorry, it was not a dead game. Did you see those first 25 minutes? Yeah, it was great after that. Arsenal are going to lose at Wolves. Like, I mean, probably not at this rate, but, yeah, before this game, I would have told you Arsenal probably lose at Wolves. But yeah, if you have any questions, ask me like 2 or 3 or whatever. I know Jorginho is not shit. Yes, he was called ball watching for the goal. Jorginho is not shit. He's actually one of the only players that play well for us. One of the only ones. Like, I'm going to mention the movement, yeah? There was good movement at the first half an hour, but after that, it was ridiculous. Like, Loftus-Cheek, I love the guy. I think he is the future of Chelsea Football Club. Not Arsenal. Loftus-Cheek, in my opinion, is the future of Chelsea Football Club. Absolutely. But sometimes there's still this lazy guy in him. The lazy guy that Mourinho criticised in post-season. One season, can't remember which season it was. It's still there here at times, Just move, lad. Just bloody move. I mean, Kante moves so much and Jorginho is just exposed so much. Christensen and Luiz move wide. Then there's no movement. And then Jorginho is just under so much pressure to find these ridiculous passes. It's mental. It's mental. No, Jorginho is not shit. Yes, Loftus-Cheek is a number 8 and not a number 10, but no, no, he should be more than capable of doing that. And it's not even about him not defending well enough. He does that pretty well. He's had a lot of good moments defensively today. It's just about a lack of movement. And as a number 10, you actually need even more movement than as a number 8. So if anything, I completely disagree with that today. And Ruben was decent. He just needs more movement. And yeah, I mean, Hazard, for me, at times stayed out wide too much. Could have tried to go for goal a bit more. Like, obviously, the crowd, it was really crowded in the centre. But if you go for a shot, you could at least get a handball pen at times. Like, yes, we got all these corners. And I do have to mention it. Fair play. I do have to mention it. Hazard's corners are shocking. And they always have been. What he does is kind of he just chips them in the box. And nothing happens from it. But not that. The exact same way Fabregas did it. And they were always shocking in the end. I mean, not that Williams are great. But Hazard's corners are not good. Especially, I'm not sure why we keep doing this. We keep putting the corner right to the very near post, basically still by the byline, by the byline next to the goal. And then we just try to flick it on towards the far post, and we never ever get it. Especially Christensen is shocking in the air. He doesn't know what he's doing. Like, he's the sitters he's missed, not today, of course, but yeah. What about transfer ban? Who knows? I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. That's why I've not spoken about transfers on this channel yet, because there's no point speaking of us being interested in Pepe if we're going to have a bloody, transfer ban. That's why I'm not doing it. Like, I get that he gets views and fair play to everyone that's doing it, but I'm not going to do it. I think it's just a waste of my time, really. But yeah, let's do 1 or 2 more questions, then I'm going to leave it there. I'm just infuriated. Although I do have to, yeah, I agree with that. Arian, whatever your surname is, Emerson cannot cross the ball to save his fucking life. He's great on the ball. On the ball, he's very comfortable on the ball. Very comfortable with it. Doesn't lose it. He's really comfortable in tight spaces. Finds a pass. Finds a teammate. Really good at that. But when the guy gets the ball in a great crossing position, first of all, he never crosses first time. He never fancies himself to do it. Even Alonso tries. Usually bottles it, but at least he bloody tries. It can't work if you don't even try. Like, that's impossible. Literally doesn't work. Does it? Like, it doesn't. He takes a touch. Then he looks. Then he looks at the ball. Then he looks again. Then he waits some more. And then he gets the ball caught under his feet. And then to cross, he doesn't actually get it out under his feet before actually crossing. So he crosses with the ball kind of stuck under his feet. And then 8 times out of 10, probably 9 times out of 10, just delivers an absolutely shocking cross. Whether he overhits it, whether he doesn't get it anywhere near anybody, it's ridiculous. Please answer this. What happens if Arsenal and United finish 3rd and 4th, and Spurs and Chelsea win the UEFA and Europa Cups? That's an irrelevant question to be said, heads, whatever, because Spurs are not winning the Champions League. It's just not going to happen, so no one cares. Stop saying Laura's out. Not happening. Also, you're misspelling my name, but I'll forgive you. I rate the banter, though. You know, we can disagree. I'm furious today. I don't agree with sorry out people, but I'm not going to hate you for it, of course. Yeah. I mean, we don't just need a new left and right back. We need a new bloody everything. And a new director of football would be good. And what's up with Hudson-Odoi? Well, some sort of injury, calf or knee. I'm not 100% sure. Hopefully he's not out for too long. Don't know what you're saying, Mr. Gary Trower. No one else is seeing what you're saying, but okay. No, blue line. Just no. Laurenz, remember. You're pissing me off now. All right. One more question. One more serious question. Think of a good question. And, you know, then I'm going to leave it there. Again, subscribe if you haven't already. And what happened to you in 100% Chelsea? No, I just left, you know, just needed it for time, uni and work and that kind of thing, and it just took up a lot of time. So you know, that was the simple reason. That's why I'm doing this. You know, live streams take a lot shorter than like proper videos or whatever. And hopefully we will beat Frankfurt. That would be lovely. Not particularly hopeful, in all honesty. I mean, I am, but yes, Mr. Van Ginkel. Been injured so much that I just thought, yeah, I'm doing YouTube live reviews of football games of Chelsea. It's a dead question, Ariane. I'm sorry, like, I don't know. I just don't know whether we will make top four. I have no idea. Thank you. I appreciate. I am honest. Do you think Sarri ball will work without signings? Well, that depends on what you define as Sarri ball working. Working to the extent of us winning the league, no. Working to the extent of us finishing third, yes. I strongly believe that. I think, you know, if you look at how long Klopp, Pochettino, and all of them lot have had at their respective clubs, you know, Sarri will make them a lot better over the summer as well, in my opinion. Don't know this without that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. To be honest, guys, that's it from me. I don't really want to talk about it anymore. In all honesty, it does help always to talk about it, and I'm less angry after. But yeah, I'm just pissed off today. I'm pissed off today. I'm still hoping to get a ticket for the Frankfurt game. Not particularly hopeful because season ticket holders and members with a lot more points than me that do live in England and obviously then have more points. Probably gonna, you know, get those tickets before myself. So that's probably not happening. But yeah, and I love you too, Jay. Love you too. And you can go do one. At least we didn't lose 4-0 like Goodison. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. The question for you, Lauren, is all right. Ask me, what would you say to the team in the dressing room tonight? I don't know. Slap them all around the head. Is that allowed? Am I allowed to do that? Probably not. Don't care. Slap them all around the head anyway. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. You know, do drop a like on this video. Do leave your thoughts in the comments of this video once this live stream has become a video. Do that, please. You know, again, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. That would be massively appreciated. Let's just keep it growing. I would massively appreciate that. I just said that about 5 times. I'm tired. I'm annoyed. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's upwards and onwards. It's up to Chelsea. And as usual, I'll just see you when I see you.